making sure that the records that we have for, because we have our own law enforcement background check system called the Lean system. So making sure that those mental health records are submitted to the national instant criminal background check system. And I think we can do that. We can save a lot more lives.
Let's go to line 10. Is that Dana? Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, how are you?
I'm great. How you doing? You're on the air with Coleman Alexander Young and David Alexander Bullock. Talk to us.
Oh, well, good morning to both of you. How are
Good
you?
morning.
I'm calling in because I'm on your show, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, you're on the air. Everybody can hear you. What's your comment or question?
I don't have a comment or question. You asked me to be a guest on your show, so I called in.
Oh, Dana, Friday, 10 o'clock. Friday.
Oh, well, I had it booked for today.
Yeah,
so
Friday.
my apologies. All right, guys.
Well, Dana's running.
It's good for you, Dana.
Thank you, Dana. Thank you. Appreciate the call. I think Dana's running for attorney general.
Oh, that's the Dana.
Yeah.
Running for attorney general. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Hey.
Dana, tell Lori to call me, because we never got that. We got our wires crossed somewhere.
Well, you got so many people trying to call on this.
Well,
That's fine.
if she really running for real, she'll call tomorrow. All right, let's go to line 11. Pat, you're on the air. Talk to us.
How you guys doing? Mr. Young, I'm highly considered voting for you, sir. I'm probably disagree with you on half stuff, but I'm kind of living by an adage, don't love the actor, love the act. And I'm wondering if you as a Democrat can actually at least try to put the brakes on our ridiculous foreign policy. I know people from state governments maybe don't have as much experience with foreign policy, but I kind of see a trend on both sides where everyone gets dragged into this military-industrial complex where you have Elizabeth Warren voting for $800 billion NDAA bills. And I just beg, that you would not do that to bring pork back to Michigan, and we could cut that in half and maybe put $200 or $200 billion towards helping poor folks in this country, or health care, or something like that. We could try to work with another Michigan congressman, Justin Amash, to get us out of these ridiculous wars that we're always in. And I just ask and pray that you would consider that.
Well, listen, first of all, Pat, thank you so much for your call, and thank you so much for those kind comments. I appreciate that. Let me just say, we definitely need to cut back on military spending. I think we spend more on military spending in this country than the other 10 countries that are behind us combined. So I definitely think there's a lot of waste there. I think that we are building planes that the Pentagon didn't ask for and doesn't even want. So I definitely think that there's waste there that we can find that I definitely want to look for as a Democrat, not just to be more fiscally prudent, but also just because we just basically don't need that. But we shouldn't be investing in money for things that we don't need. Especially, you're right, we have the issues in terms of Medicare, we have the issues in terms of Medicaid and Medicaid expansion, we have the issues in terms of health care, in terms of jobs, in terms of earned income tax payments, in terms of schools, in terms of roads. This is money that we can use, well, not necessarily roads, that's probably constitutionally guaranteed. But in terms of other services that we can be providing in terms of health care, I totally agree with you 110%. I absolutely think you're right.
All right, let's keep the conversation going. Let's go to line. Let's get it right. Line 1, Nathan, you're on the air. Talk to us.
Good morning, State Senator Coleman Young.
Hey, how you doing?
Right, I agree with you. The billionaires don't need no tax breaks. I think they had a bill that lasted not too long ago where the bill that Dan Gilbert could keep the tax money he collect from his employees. And I think you voted for it. Will you tell us why you voted for that?
Well, there was two things that was going on. Either they were going to build a jail or they were going to build a stadium. And I refused in a time when African Americans are 4 times more likely to be arrested for possession of marijuana, even though they use it at the same rates as their white counterparts. They are 6 times more likely to be incarcerated for 50% longer than their white counterparts. I refuse to invest in the mass incarceration system and the prisoner industrial complex for a system that was designed since Reconstruction for punishment and profit. I'm not saying we don't need prisons. I just don't think we need to invest in mass prisons without serious reform. And I think that we are ruining people's lives, whether they be poor, whether they be Latinx, whether they be African American, for low-level offenses. I think it's wrong. I think it must stop. That's why I didn't support that. And if I had to choose between somebody kicking a soccer ball in a soccer stadium and carrying a ball and chain in a jail cell, I'm going to choose a soccer stadium every time.
Coleman, I got a question on Facebook. It comes in. It says, what's your view on reparations and will you fight for it?
I support it, and I think it's something that we need. I think really this is just payment for services rendered. I think this is something that is happening. If you look at, and we've done this before, whether it be through the Indian community, whether it be through the Japanese community in terms of internment camps and things of that nature, this is things that we've done. You can have discussions of how you do it, whether it's money, whether it's land, whether it's other things that we need. But I think this is something that has to happen in order for us to move forward. Because at the root cause of reparations is to repair.
Right.
And after 500 years of Jim Crow and slavery and the drug war and the prison industrial complex, this is something that's definitely needed.
All right, let's go to the lines. If you got comments, you can put them on the book. We'll pick them up off the book. Let's go to line 3. Ray. Hey, you on?
Oh, okay, brother. Yeah, what's up? Hey, now, I'm on top of the insurance lawsuit, okay?
Okay.
In federal court, we had the sanitary March the 15th under Judge Patton, case of Smith versus McFarland. Coleman, McFarland, he's the director of the Department of Insurance and Financial Services. He's regulating all these unconstitutional, discriminatory tactics that come to the rating system.
Yeah.
We got him. We got 13 other insurance companies. I encourage anybody that's interested to go and get those transcripts March 15th in federal court. We have to get out of state court because ain't no.
Can you put that information on Facebook and tag me? That's my volume.
Oh,
But I'm
That's all right.
okay. Another thing here, the judge, the magistrate, supposed to send his recommendation to Judge Goldsmith. Goldsmith, he's pretty supposed to be liberal.
Yeah.
But Patty needed more time because the insurance company and the attorney general, they filed a motion to dismiss the case. And Patty was going to decide the recommendation 10 days after the hearing. But he said he needed more time. So obviously, he wants to put pressure on the defendant saying, okay, y'all got to come up this week to get this guy taken out of court. Now, part 2, Colvin, with this insurance, with this water shut off. Why hasn't anyone filed a federal injunction against the water shut? Because we know that water is a constitutional right. It's a right to life, and it's a due process issue. When it comes to how can you deprive people of water without due process of law? Okay, so that must be done. Immediately file an injunction.
All right.
Now, okay, on the last note, I keep you posted on this lawsuit. Get people involved from the campaign, look out for this case in federal court, and we'll take from them, my brothers.
Thank you, Brother Ray. I appreciate the call. Coleman, speaking of the campaign and involvement, give them the campaign Facebook, website, phone number again. Let's get that out so people who want to get involved can get involved.
Well, listen, again, you can go to the website at Coleman. It's Coleman at ColemanYoung.com. Again, it's Coleman at ColemanYoung.com. You also can go to the Instagram. That's Coleman Young II. I'm on Instagram at Coleman Young II. My Facebook page is Coleman A. Young II. On Twitter, it's Coleman. It's Cole A. Young II on Twitter. So it's COLEA.
Coleman A. Young II.
At Twitter and
Is that
Facebook.
2 eyes or a number 2?
That's 2 eyes.
All right.
Two capital eyes.
It's Coleman A. Young II at Instagram, at Twitter, at Facebook.
Okay.
You can email him at Coleman at ColemanYoung.com. You can contact him at 313-675-5785. 7960.
All right, the voice of God.
Yeah,
All right, let's get back to the phone lines.
I said that's one of my key supporters right there.
The voice of God.
Yeah.
Line 2, Roland, you're on the air. Talk to me.
Love, Brenda.
Good morning, Ron.
Hey, how you doing, brother?
State Senator on, first of all, I want to preface my comments by saying critical analysis is meant to get some understanding and get people maybe aware of something they're not aware of.
Right.
It's not personal, it's not, dogging out and stuff like that.
Right.
But State Senator, I want to just tell you, your mantra, dialogue about, I gave Focus over $2 million. I gave Child's Right Museum of African History $500,000. No, you probably supported that, but the state legislature did that and signed by the governor and all that kind of stuff.
But I'm in the state legislature though, and I'm the one that introduced it.
Well, I'll tell you, let's let Roland finish. Go ahead, Roland, get it all out. Because once y'all start going back and forth, we're not going to be able to understand. Get it all out, brother.
At the beginning of your show every Sunday on WHBR, you give homage to the U.S. military and police. You do it all the time. I haven't heard you say anything progressively or in an organizing way about police brutality in this city. Your daddy, quote unquote, Mayor Coleman Young, one of his biggest fears was he said this in the Free Press article, was being killed by an off-duty white police officer. People don't support you. You had a $2 billion name recognition, and you didn't win over this carpetbagger. You know why? Because people can tell the difference. We tried to get you on here. I know I did. When the Governor Snyder poisoned the brothers and sisters in Flint, just organize something. Get this guy recalled or support sending him to federal penitentiary. You didn't do it. I haven't seen or heard you organize anything about the water cutoffs in Detroit. You can do stuff. You're talking this brand generalization about trade, sending jobs overseas, and all this kind of stuff. People don't want to hear that over there on a 6 Mile in Wynwood or whatever. That stuff don't. They want some stuff that's relevant to them, and I say the real future leaders are people like those who organize the New Era Detroit, not this. You almost are a carpetbagger.
Wow, Roland. All right, Roland. Now I'll let you get it out. I gotta let Coleman respond. Coleman, he hit you with the Mike Tyson uppercut.
Yeah. Well, not really. I think that's
Okay, all right. I'm sorry. I felt like a cold wind was blowing.
It's kind of disrespectful to Mike Tyson.
Okay, all right.
But listen, let me just say this first and foremost. Listen, we talked about New Era. I had New Era support when I was running for mayor last time.
And you probably still have it now, right?
I got to answer first. I haven't answered.
Well, let's get Zeke. Zeke, call me.
Before. But so let me just say that one. Let me just say secondly, I'll be on the front lines fighting for this for a long time.
Well, can I help you out here for a minute?
Yeah.
Demand crime.
Yeah.
That was police brutality,
Yeah,
right?
police brutality. You would like, and I made speech.
Remember they came in. But let's not even talk about the speech. Let's talk about the work. You were involved in that. Let's talk about when the cops
from the Florida city.
Let's talk about when the suburban cops came into Detroit, right?
Right.
And brought the military vehicles.
Right.
And scared the neighborhood.
Right.
Who got it?
That was me.
All right. So
I
right.
came out there. Yeah, no.
And let's also talk about how.
But I kind of say this too. I think what people want in this city is I think they want somebody who understands that there's nuance. And they understand that if you're a police officer and you're doing the right thing and you're doing the job the right way, you should be honest. But if you're abusing your authority and you're abusing your power, you should be dealt with accordingly. And I think you should be